So new here at 11, Kohl's quickly cut its new CEO. Buchanan was let go after less than 5 months on the job, and the firing comes after an investigation from an internal counsel found Buchanan led the company to make vendor deals that included, quote, undisclosed conflicts of interest. Kohl's officials also say this termination had nothing to do with the company's current performance, which includes the recent closing of 27 stores. The current chairman of Kohl's board will serve as interim CEO until a successor is found.